Hi, this is Steve Campbell from Cornerstone Wealth Advisor Group in Fishersville, Virginia. I want to talk to you today about gold. Over the last 5 or 10 years, you have seen guys on TV like Tom Selleck and some of the other older actors touting the benefits of gold. And one of the problems I have with those commercials is they kind of give you the impression you should cash everything in that you have and put it all in gold. And that would be a mistake. I have been a financial advisor for 47 years. And in 1990, I started using a mutual fund that had an exposure to gold. And around 1993, that particular mutual fund, First Eagle Global is the name of the fund today. Back in 1993, it was Sojin International. But the manager of the fund, Jean-Marie Eviard, was a believer in gold as a part of your portfolio to protect you in case governments around the world mismanage their finances. Gee, that seems like that's the news of today. We are seeing our country, historically, we have been running $2 trillion budget deficits a year. And President Trump is trying to cut the expenditures of the United States government, and he is being criticized vociferously by the opposition party. Elon Musk is making the headlines every day where they're shutting down departments, laying people off. But I will tell you that gold has a place in your portfolio. I think the one thing that Jean-Marie Eviard has said over the years is that if you are an investor and you have a diversified portfolio, if you had 5% of your money in gold, it's probably not enough to protect you in case we were to have a real meltdown financially. And let me just tell you what the meltdown would be, as Jean-Marie has always talked about. In the past, by the way, people said a good time to own gold is during war, or during any catastrophe, weather-wise. I don't know about that. Or when inflation rears its ugly head. And of course, in the 70s, we had late 70s, early 80s, we had very high inflation. But the big concern that Jean-Marie has voiced over the years is what were to happen if countries around the world suddenly started defaulting on their debt. And in Europe, many of those nations which have a socialistic form of government and finance, they can't just print money. So it's very possible that we would see one or two nations, if that were to start, maybe a domino effect of governments defaulting on their debt. Now, people are worried here about the United States. What if we default on our debt? Well, we're not going to default on our debt because we just print more money. But here's a news flash. Inflation comes from governments borrowing money. That's where inflation has started. Sure, if you have less energy produced and gas prices go up, then there's kind of a domino effect with food and other items that are transported by a tractor trailer truck. But inflation is created by government overreach, government overspending. So here is an interesting thing. Jean-Marie, over the years, he has always said, when you think of gold, think of a 10% position to adequately protect yourself. But don't think of gold as an investment. Think of gold, and this is his definition, gold should never be viewed as an investment, rather as insurance against financial calamity. Okay. And I will tell you that over the years, and I have been an advocate of gold since 1993 for our clients, and many of those years we were embarrassed by the performance of gold. Gold has lost money as a commodity, probably 10 years out of the last 30 years, maybe even 12 or 13 years, gold was down. But here's an interesting statistic, or as Jim Britt would say, stat. Since the year 2000, the S&P 500 is up over 500% since the year 2000. Gold, since 2000, January 1st of 2000, gold is up over 800%. Gold is at an all-time high today. And so some people would say, so that would be the worst time to invest in gold if we're investing today at an all-time high. And my answer to that is, if you don't have gold in your portfolio, you probably should have some gold in your portfolio. Maybe you dollar cost average. Over a 2-year period, you put 1% of your money or a half of 1% of your money in gold every month. You can do it through a mutual fund or through an ETF, or you can go buy gold coins at a local coin dealer. And my only problem with buying coins is that they are in business to make a profit. And so if gold, which is today trading at somewhere north of $2,900 an ounce, if you go to a gold dealer and buy gold coins, you're probably going to pay $3,300, $3,400, $3,500 per coin for that gold. And so I would prefer to have the ease of investing through a mutual fund or through an ETF. But gold is telling us something. Gold is up almost 20% this year. And I think gold is telling us that the days of governments running deficits, it's starting to be the time to pay the piper. And so if you're listening to our radio show every week, we talk about it. If you're watching this video, if you have any questions about how to add gold to your portfolio, or if you would like us to look at your investment portfolio and give you a second opinion, cost nothing, wouldn't take long. Give us a call, Cornerstone Wealth Advisor Group in Fishersville, 540-942-1703. You can talk to me or Andrew Kester or Jeff Airy. We would be happy to sit down and chat with you. So I hope your day is good, and spring is on its way. Let's celebrate.
Content in this material is for general information only and not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual. All performance referenced is historical and is no guarantee of future results. All indices are unmanaged and may not be invested into directly. All investing involves risk, including loss of principal. No strategy assures success or protects against loss. The opinions expressed in this material do not necessarily reflect the views of LPL Financial.